I thought we were done covering Avowed here. We played the game, I wished it was more than what we got, and then we kinda moved on, just like everyone else. But I'm just now coming across reports about player numbers, and those numbers make it look like this game is a massive success when, well, they're hiding a lot of the facts. Let's talk about it.
Behold the magic of the Wizard's Brew.
Organic matcha. All the energy without the jitters. Support the channel and get yours today at fakewizard.com.
Welcome to The Pondering. I am the real-life Fake Wizard. If this video brings you any value at all, I invite you to subscribe to this channel, where we're posting new videos nearly every day. Avowed came out a few weeks ago to Gamepass and Steam, and everyone talked about it, but well, nobody really played it on Steam. We actually have those numbers here. And this is really interesting because we can clearly see that Steam peaked at just under 20,000 players. And yet, an insight firm is claiming that there were an estimated 5.9 million players. Okay, so firstly, let's understand a few things. Players does not mean buyers, and that's very important to point out because with Avowed on the Game Pass, someone could pay a single dollar to get a Game Pass account and play the game. For a single dollar. I know this because this is what I did so we could stream the game. Plenty of other people might have gotten it for $1 or $12 if they only got the PC version of Game Pass. And then on top of that, yes, there are millions of monthly Game Pass users, with the last official number we got being somewhere around 34 million players back in February of 2024. Okay, so why does this matter? Well, because a claim that there were 5.9 million players is a massive claim when Steam numbers are dreadfully low. That would mean 99.68% of all players came exclusively from either Game Pass or bought the game through the Xbox Store. Now, something else to throw in here is there are no other avenues to check this logic. The game is a day one Game Pass game, but also there were no physical sales. Like, this game didn't ship discs, so predominantly most buyers were buying the digital access through their Xbox account, or they were a streamer that paid $95 for the deluxe edition that let you play the game 5 days early, and I believe the term for that is streamer tax. Look, I take interest in a conversation like this because I'm interested in business. We cover business on this channel all the time, and here we have a game that was panned by players, praised by critics, then the journalists lied about it, and today I'm one of 6 or 7 people who are going to talk about this game at all. Like, this game is not in the zeitgeist even a little bit, and this isn't new news. I think I'm like 5 or 6 days late to this discovery. Point being, question everything. Who are the people reporting this? Especially when 99% of the sales data would need to be reported by Microsoft themselves, and I don't really trust what they have to say anyway. So this information is being reported by Mind Game and PK Insights. Is that like a NES ability?
Game!
And they're saying this 5.9 million is an estimation, and it's derived by considering Game Pass users, Steam players, which we know are low, and the game's search volume. So this really is just a guess? So here we have a company that's making an educated guess at how many people played the game. And access media outlets have taken that guess, and they're running wild with it, reporting it as fact. Go ahead and Google it after this video. Most of the outlets reporting this are leaning on this as being true. Like, even if they say this comes from an estimation report, the rest of the article treats it as if it's a fact. And they're all doing this because this was a game that was heavily criticized. And criticizing this game goes against the interests of the access media journalists and their corporate masters. 5.9 million players is not a small number. Why aren't these players talking about it online? Like, why aren't fan communities spawning from this? Usually there is. Like right now, for instance, Monster Hunter memes are all over the internet. And if it did have 5.9 million players, did the game break even? Why aren't they reporting exact sales figures? Why isn't this information coming from Xbox themselves? Most of the time, when a company is silent on something like this, it's because the game did not achieve the numbers they wanted. Now, we are getting these reports that Obsidian and Xbox are both happy with the game sales figures, but firstly, EA and BioWare said the same thing about Dragon Age Veilguard, and look how that ended up. Secondly, it's evident that they're riding the wave of Game Pass users. But this brings up the bigger question. How does Game Pass handle its accounting? I've talked about this on other videos, and I'm very interested in this. Like, the Game Pass full price is $35 a month. That accounts for Xbox Live and then all the games in Game Pass. Well, if I'm just playing Game Pass to play Gears of War 2 and I never played Avowed, is Microsoft using my $35 towards paying off Avowed's production budget? Like, since this was a Game Pass Day 1 game, how do we quantify dollars in versus dollars out? And obviously, it's not something that you or I can do right now. We don't have enough data to do it. In situations like this, if you already don't trust the access media, and you already don't trust the companies making these games, it's incredibly hard to believe that they had 5.9 million players and only 19,000 Steam players. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just too jaded and skeptical. Until next time, create, innovate, inspire, and for the love of God, cancel Disney Plus. That's all for this one. Take care for now. Goodbye.